In this tutorial, we will recreate email template by Framer in Figma. We will create this template and export this template as HTML file, which we can use on any email platform. To export, we will use a Marka email generator plugin. All links will be in the description, link to this file and link to the plugin. So let's get started. It's a simple email by Framer, which has logo, title, image, couple of text blocks, list, and buttons and footer. So let's start with components. Let's create component for the items, for this item, and for buttons. So let's start with buttons. To create a button, I prepared a frame and text here. So let's turn on the Figma UI, then select text, put in a frame, and then select this frame and click Shift A. And after that, let's change color, text color. Now we have a first button, and let's do the same with second button. Text inside the frame, select frame, click Shift A. By clicking on Shift A, we create an auto layout for this frame, and with auto layout we can the width of the frame will be adjusted automatically to the text length. Okay, we have two buttons. Next, let's create a component for the item. To create a component, we need text block and frame with corner radius. In the email, we have numbers in these circles. So let's put a number. I duplicated text, then edit 1, and we need to align on center this text block and put it inside the frame. And let's change color of this text. On the layers panel, you can check the structure of this block. Okay, the next step, now we have a circle with number and text. Let's create a component for this list item. I select frame and text. When you select two items, click Shift A. Once you clicked, Figma creates a frame with auto layout. The next step, let's make sure our all frame setting is correct. You can, for adjust this block, you can use right sidebar here, go to the auto layout section, select text block, and set fill container for this block. Once you selected a fill container for the text inside the auto layout, when you change the width of the parent frame, text will be fill this container. And the last step, we need to create a center alignment for the circle and text. To do so, let's create our parent frame, then go to the auto layout settings in the right sidebar and click here. Okay, we have an item length, and let's adjust padding between circle and text. Let's set something around 12 pixels or 16. Okay, we created a component for the list item. Next we can, let's change the name to the list item, then click here, create component, and duplicate it 5 times. And let's change the color of the frames. I select the frame, then click I, and change all colors. And numbers and text. Okay, now we have 5 components. We are going to use it in our email. So we have buttons and list items. So it's time to create a email body. So I create frame with the same width as an example. Okay, then turn on the Figma UI, and if you select a frame on the right sidebar here, you can add auto layout and transform this frame into auto layout frame. Now we have frame with auto layout. So let's put content in this frame. Let's start with logo and text. It's an image and text block. So let's create a container, create both items, Shift A. Now we have frame. Put in our parent frame. Let's adjust the width of this item. Let's set width the same as an example, and add some vertical and horizontal padding. Next, let's put a text here and set fill container for this text. The next step is image, Command C, Command V. Image is fill container 2. And then text item, and then title and subtitle. Let's create a container for these items for proper spacing. So I select both items, Shift A, and fill container for both text items. Command C, Command V, and let's adjust height. Then we have 5 items here. Command C, Command V, and fill container for each item inside the body, email body. For the buttons, we need to create a frame with horizontal alignment, because button alignment horizontally and our template body alignment vertically. That's the reason why we need an additional frame for these 2 buttons. So let's select these buttons, Shift A as the previous examples, 20. And for the buttons, we no need to set fill container because it's not a text. It's only buttons. Hug content is okay for buttons. So Command C and paste buttons here. At this stage, we will adjust vertical spacing between items later. For now, let's put content inside the frame. The next step is a footer. In the footer, there are a couple of text blocks with links. For links, I would recommend to use Figma native feature. Select the text, then click on the top section on the link icon. Okay, we have 4 lines of text. Let's select all of them and put inside the frame. Okay, looks almost as example, but there is some issues with vertical spacing, and we can adjust some horizontal spacing too. But for now, let's check is everything work as expected. And I forgot to set fill container for each text item here. Okay, let's run the plugin and check how it works. To run the plugin, make sure you install plugin in the Figma community. It's called Marka email generator. Okay, let's select our frame and click select the frame. To preview this email, click on the preview button here. Okay, it's all text and works as a text. Link works too. And let's try to... Okay, seems like for mobile version, we need buttons to be one above each other, because as we see, it's not what we expect from the button. So to make our buttons responsive, let's select a container for the button, run the plugin, go to the properties section and click on the cards switch here. Once you clicked, the parent frame marked as cards here, and for these types of frames, when you click in the preview mode and set mobile width, buttons will go one with each other on the mobile version. Okay, the next step, let's adjust some vertical spacing. For the parent frame, we set vertical spacing as 48, but for the list items, it should be smaller. So let's select all list items, then create a container for these list items, Shift A, set fill container for fill container, and for each item fill container 2. And for now, for the container, we can adjust spacing smaller than in the parent. Let it be 24. And let's do the same with footer text lines. Container and 11 items, pixels. And for the parent template, let's set hug content to make sure the height of the template will be based on the content. And as a final touch, let's adjust some horizontal spacing on the email template. As you can see in the example, padding is different. Horizontal padding is different for the image and for the text. So let's update this in our email template. To do so, let's create a container for each. Let's create a container for all items below the image to adjust the horizontal spacing. Select this new auto layout frame, then go to the make sure that all children inside this frame has fill container option, like so, and let's add, and we can add more horizontal spacing by editing padding of this new frame. Go to the right sidebar on auto layout settings and set additional padding. So let's preview our email template and see how it works. Run the plugin. You can do it from the quick actions, or you can do it from resources panel. Okay, let's preview item. And title is too big for mobile. We can adjust it. We can set a special font size for the title. To do so, let's select a title, then go to the properties section and set a font size on mobile. Let it be around 24. Let's preview one more time. And now we can see that we have a new font size. And it seems like we can a little bit adjust our horizontal padding for the mobile. To do so, let's select our frame with additional horizontal padding, go to the padding, to the properties section, padding on mobile, and set mobile. Let's set 0 options for the left and right. So let's preview one more time and see how it works. And now you can see that on the mobile, spacing that's the same for an image and text, but on the desktop, horizontal spacing is bigger. Okay, now we have our email template, and to export this template, just click on the export button, select export as HTML code, and export HTML file. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope it will help you to build cool emails. All links will be in the description.